Show me your motivation.
Hey guys, what's up? It's KeyPlayCool, and today I'm going to show you how to play Athena. Just so you know, I'm not the best Athena player, but I've been playing her a lot recently, and I think she's actually so much fun to play with. So what I've noticed is that there aren't a lot of Athena players out there, especially among the newcomers. I mean, I kinda get it, she's probably one of the hardest characters in the game, right? But I still think once you know how to play her, you can really get addicted to her. Well, probably it's just me though. So I got some tips for you. I'm also going to help you understand her and her abilities better. Alright, so I would say let's go. Let's just start with her first ability called Protector Guardian. With this ability you can jump into the air and deal damage around the area where you land. So usually you would use it to get back on the arena when you get knocked out of stage, right? With this jump you can actually stay in the air for a while, so you can use it to dodge attacks, especially ultimates like those of Ymir, Hercules or Loki, for example. So that's why you should always have it ready when you see that your opponents have their ultimates available. Another good thing about this jump is that after landing, you gain knockback and damage protection for a brief duration. I mean, that's actually pretty crazy. So always try to use it when you got a high percentage of damage, even more so when you see that your opponents have their ultimates ready. Trust me, this ability saved my life so many times. Alright, so the second ability is called Spear Toss. With this ability you can throw a spear at your opponents, and if you throw it into the ground it acts as a launchpad for you. Well, it may sound simple, but it actually encompasses a significant part of your movement and gameplay. So jumping on your spear not only gives you an air boost, but also provides a knockback and damage boost for your next light and heavy attack. However, it is important to keep in mind that it will vanish once you land, so timing is crucial. I also recommend that you not only aim to hit your opponents, but also try to hit the ground at the same time with the spear. This way you will always have the spear ready, and if you also manage to hit your opponent, they will receive a knockback, giving you enough time to reach the spear and chase after them with a boosted attack as well. So try to make it a habit to aim at your opponent's feet whenever possible. So there can be situations where it may not be possible to jump back onto the stage. So by throwing a spear into the wall and jumping on it, you can actually gain extra height and probably reach ledges or platforms that would otherwise be out of reach. Trust me, that also saved me a lot of times. Okay, here's one more thing you need to know about this skill. There's a trait called Spring in Your Step that allows allies to jump on your spear too. But that's not the best part. It also allows you to jump up to 3 times on it. So in case you're playing 2v2s or 3v3s, make sure to put that trait in your talents. It can be incredibly useful. Alright, the third ability is your parry. You create a protective bubble that lasts for 0.75 seconds. If timed perfectly, it can negate any attack, well, except for ultimates and unfortunately a couple of stuns. It also deals 15 damage and medium knockback, but if no one hits you, you end up with a spin move that does 10 damage. Okay, so this ability does require prediction and perfect timing. However, try not to panic when using it. If you end up against a good player, they may try to bait your parry and take advantage of the small time gap where you're unable to move, and you don't really want this. So here's my advice. Stay calm and try to anticipate their next moves. Try to be less predictable with your parry and wait for your opponent's actions. Alright, now let's talk about the last skill of Athena, her ultimate. It's called Aegis Charge. Summon 2 groups of guardians that charge forward. Enemies hit by your guardians take 20 damage and heavy knockback. They also block most projectiles. Okay, here's one thing about this ultimate. Never use it as a ranged attack, because it's unlikely to hit that way. Instead, try to use it like your parry, because not only it grants you armor, they will also have no time to dodge it. And in that way, you can also control the direction which your opponent gets knocked. Alright, now we've finally covered all of Athena's skills, but there's still one important aspect to mention: her spike. So, unlike the most characters of this game, her air heavy cannot be combined with her air light attack. So you always need to hit it individually, which makes it more challenging to land. But let me tell you, it is incredibly satisfying when you do connect with the spike. If you manage to hit your opponent with it, it is definitely game over for him. And you definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of that move. So whenever you're over your opponent off stage, try to hit the spike. That will most probably kill your opponent. Oh, and there's one last tip I can give you. Athena is slow, right? So always try to keep your opponent away from you by using your ally. Trust me, this is going to help you a lot. Alright guys, I hope this tutorial helped you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, stay cool, and I will see you in the next video.